Hi everyone, this is Cobbett of the Shire. I'm smoking one of my meerschaums, and in it I've got a tobacco that I want to talk about. It's from the Danish pipe shop. In fact, I've got two. I've got this one, which is BS White, and I've got this one, which is BS 759. I've got the white in my pipe at the moment. I don't do tobacco reviews normally because I'm bloody useless at it. But I really want to talk about this one, these two blends, because I think they're great. You know, I keep going on about liking Balkan tobaccos. Well, these are the Balkans of the best. They're the Danish pipe shop's copy of Balkan Sobrani and Balkan Sobrani 759. They're both different, but in some ways very similar in taste. If you look at the white, you can see it's got a lot of lighter tobaccos in there. And if you look at the 759, you'll see that it's got much darker tobaccos in. The Balkan White has a mixture of Latakia, Virginia, Orientals, Kentucky, and is very spicy and has a lot of depth to it. The reason it's got much more lighter tobacco in is I don't think it's the Virginias, I think it's the Orientals that it has in comparison to the other one. When I saw the description of them on the site, I thought I wanted to try them because Sobrani is the one that we all sort of hold up as being the best, the old Sobrani, the really original blends. I'm not going to compare it to Balkan Sobrani because, if I'm honest, who can really remember that taste? I've got a good idea what it tasted like, but I just want to say that these two are the best Balkan blends I've tasted since I was at the Nottingham Pipe Show and had that beautiful aged tin of Balkan Sobrani that Tree had. I've been smoking these since I got them, and nothing else, which is unusual for me, because I normally skip around my selection. But I'm really loving these two. The white is a nice cooler smoke. Well, it smokes cool. They both smoke cool. I think it's got, I don't know whether it's got, it doesn't say it's got perique in it, but there's certainly that retro hail that sort of brings you up a bit short, and the same in the other one. This one I think is much stronger, the 759. And if I'm honest, I think it's a much more original Balkan taste, but both of them are very similar. The white, the Virginias, add a bit of sweetness, as do the Orientals. And I know the Oriental are supposed to have a bit of spiciness about them. The dark-fired Kentucky is very much there. I can taste that because I've had Kentucky before by itself, virtually by itself in a blend. I'm just really, really happy with them. They're everything I want in a Balkan blend. I think some people will find them a bit strong. I don't know, because I tend to be able to take a strong blend. The rum note isn't too bad, because I asked Carolyn, what do you think of this? And she said, I hadn't noticed, so it can't be that bad. I saw them when I was looking at the Danish pipe shop's own blends, and was amazed at the own blends they've got. I tended to skip over those, sort of thinking own blends, I don't know what they're going to be. But I mean, they have everything from pure Virginias to any blend that you can think of, really. Some of them are copies of original blends, but they're their own versions of them. I like these two so much that I've already got another two in my wish list, and I'll probably order 4, 2 of each, so that I can put some in my cellar, so that I can start smoking this regularly and just using my other ones as the occasional smokes. Now, having said that, our tastes change considerably, but at the moment this seems to be my go-to blend. So I say I smoke them sort of alternately, really, one day and one another. And if I'm honest, I'm not going to say I noticed a great deal of difference between them. I want to do a taste test where I'm smoking them side by side to see how that goes. But if you like Balkans, give them a look. They're not cheap, but they're not bad. It's mainly the postage and that kind of thing that racks them up. But I know if you like Balkans, you're going to love these, he says, because they really are what I consider to be Balkans of the best. If I tell you what's in the white, it's a classic English mixture of Latakia, Virginia, Oriental and Kentucky. And the 759 Sobrani is Latakia, Virginia, dark-fired and Cavendish. And that accounts for the much blacker tobaccos in there. And you can see the lightness of the Virginia. There's not as much in there. as there is sort of Virginia and Orientals in that one. And I'm guessing the whiter tobacco are the Oriental types. I don't know, because I'm not an expert, as I say, and normally I would hesitate doing a review, and this isn't really a review, it's really saying what I like. I'm going to jar them up because I'm not sure how airtight these tins are. They are fairly airtight, I think, but this is quite dry, and so is this one. But having said that, they smoke right down to the bottom of the bowl and leave a lovely fine grey ash. And I normally don't have to relight them unless I'm talking like this and forget to just suck them on them. And this is a much smaller pipe than I put them in normally, and I think that makes a difference. I'm going to end that here. Because there isn't a lot more I can say about them. And I leave it up to you whether you want to try them or not. I mean, I can't promise to give everybody a sample, but if somebody particularly wants a sample, if they let me know, I'll try and arrange that. The reason this is going out is because it needs tamping down. That's something I notice when I'm smoking it, that it smokes fairly quickly, although a larger pipe for me lasts about an hour, whereas a large pipe normally with some tobaccos is up to 2 hours. I tend to smoke quite slowly and meditatively. But every blessing to you all, and may your God always be with you.